I'd honestly thought knitting had completely replaced crochet for me, but these patterns make me want to pick up my hook again. Welcome back to episode 3 of Digital Pearls. My name is Gabrielle and I'll be your host today. This is a knit and crochet podcast. I started knitting back in the fall and I've been crocheting for a couple of years now. I got tired of sitting on my phone and doom scrolling. I felt like my brain was going to fall out of my ears. So I learned how to crochet from TikTok and YouTube alone. But basically, I've been obsessed with knitting and I just stopped crocheting completely. It's been a while since I've just sat down and really locked in with crocheting. So I've been scrolling Ravelry and I found a ton of patterns I want to share with you guys, and hopefully it'll inspire you guys too. Now for the main course, we're going to talk about the patterns that make me want to pick up my crochet hook again. First up, we're going to start off with the Pisces pouch. So this little pouch is so cute. Of course, when I saw it, it reminded me of Finding Nemo. And I think I really want it because I have a lot of lip liners. So I just throw them in my purse and they're kind of unorganized, lip glosses, all that kind of stuff. So I kind of use it as a little makeup pouch and it's just so adorable and whimsy. And I feel like it'd be a quick crochet piece to work up and something that I would use pretty frequently, especially because I have a purse bowl. So you've probably seen this on TikTok. We'll have a million and one different purses for different outfits, different occasions, all of that. So you have a little purse bowl where after you're done, you get home for the day, you just dump everything out in the bowl. That way you can easily transfer it to another purse. And I want to do the same thing where the pouch is one of those things that I just dump out and transfer to another purse and it'll hold my makeup. And maybe I'll make one that's like a little smaller for like coins or something like that. I don't know, but I just thought this was so adorable and I can't wait for this to be probably my first crochet piece after I'm done with the poncho. The next pattern is free. It's called the Beads and Chains. And this is actually just a pattern teaching you how to add beads to crochet string. So pretty much you can make a bunch of different jewelry, belts, and really anything that you want to be beaded. But for me, I really want to make waist beads. So I have waist beads, but they're all elastic. And I want to say it was a YouTube short that inspired me, but I had no clue how to actually make that happen. And I stumbled upon this free pattern on Ravelry. So it was just perfect. And I really want to make waist beads because I've been in the gym. Well, I took a break, but I'm getting back in the gym. And I don't want to rely on the scale as much to like, track the differences in my body. So I thought waist beads would be a great way to do that. And what better way than to make them yourself? Next up, my Blooming Garden balaclava. So this one is so fun because I've been wanting a hood, hat, something for a while. I saw a lot of knitting patterns for hats that were pretty cute and crochet as well. But when I came across this, I was just like in awe. It's so pretty. It's so floral. And it was like up there for me with the Sophie hood, which is a knit pattern by Petite Knit. But that pattern is a plain garter stitch pattern, and I really don't like garter stitch. So I was looking for like a hooded pattern that had a little bit more whimsy. And this one is so cute. This is definitely a showstopper. I feel like if you wore this out, people would definitely ask where you got it from, and you can always be like, I made it. And I also think it'd be pretty easy to customize to your head shape because I have a very large head and I also have locks. So there adds a lot of volume. And that is always a difficulty for me with finding patterns or just hats in stores. I do have to like go a size up. So for this one, I can't wait to make it. And I'll probably make it sometime before winter actually kicks in because I want a little hood. Next up, the Monica mesh top. So again, I've been making the Clover crochet poncho and this is my second one this year. So I definitely have a thing for mesh right now, but this is ponchos are more like flowy and things like that. I want something that's a little bit more form fitted. And so I found the Monica mesh top. There is longer version and then there's the Bolero. I think I'm saying that right. Bolero type version that I think is really cute. And I think I want to make that one. So it's just a little something to throw on over your outfit. And I think it's pretty simple to make. You could probably make this with scrap yarn, to be honest. It doesn't take that much. So I think you guys would probably love this one. This next top is so pretty, delicate, and feminine. It's a Cecilia top, and I can't wait to make it because I've been knitting so much, and all of my knit garments are sweaters. This sweater, the one that I'm currently working on, is the first one that isn't oversized, and all my other ones are kind of boxy, so they do lean more like masculine. I think a top like this, I would get a lot of wear out of because it's just objectively feminine. And that's something I'm looking for more of in all of my patterns. With knitting, I found that a lot of the popular patterns are boxy sweaters. So I'm just kind of over that. Next up, we have the Solis top. This one I'm really excited to try because it's mosaic crochet. I've never done mosaic crochet before. And this one, the pattern is just so intricate and fun. I've seen long sleeved and short sleeve versions in the projects on Ravelry. I think I'll probably end up making the long sleeve version because I do prefer long sleeves. If it turns out really cute, I might make both. I can't wait to make more patterns by this designer specifically. I've noticed she does a lot of mosaic crochet. That's kind of her thing. So if this one goes well, I'll probably lean into the other ones as well. Up next, we have the Como hooded scarf. This one is way more similar to the Sophie hood than the other hood that I mentioned before, but this one has like a little bit more stitch definition, which I really love. So I really want to make this one because I feel like I'd wear it probably every day in the winter. This is such an easy basic piece. The other hood is a little bit more fun, but I probably wouldn't wear it as often or with every single piece, you know what I mean? So I think this one I'll probably make just because it's way more practical. Now, of course, I couldn't do a pattern roundout without mentioning a bunch of blankets. So I'm going to go ahead and mention the Stars Align blanket, which is free. This one, I'm really excited to add to this list because I've been obsessed with quilting videos, and I quilted when I was younger. I made like a little quilt for my baby sister before she was born, and I think she still has it to this day actually, which is crazy. But this pattern combined crochet and quilting, which I thought was so amazing because I really don't want to learn another fiber arts craft. Sewing is up on my to-do list, but I love knit and crochet so much that it's kind of hard for me even to start sewing at all. So to add like not just sewing garments, but then to add like quilts on that, it's just a lot for me. So I really want to find a way to like combine as many of the different fiber arts as possible. And this is like perfect mix of the two. So I get like beautiful quilt designs, but I can do it in crochet, which I'm way more comfortable with. So I really can't wait to make this one. This will definitely be the first blanket I make off of this list. By the way, this list isn't in any particular order. I am just listing patterns that make me really excited because again, I've been in like crochet slump, and the Clover Crochet Poncho was the first thing to get me out of that. So I'm just giving y'all all of the patterns that make me really inspired and excited to crochet. Next up, we have the Scrumptious Tiles blanket, and this one immediately caught my eye because it's just so colorful. One, it's free, and two, it relies on a color pack. So the yarn choices are already made for you if you don't want to go out and spend a million years trying to put together all of these different colors. This is also a great pattern for stash busting. You can put this in any room, or I could put this on my couch. I have a boring couch. So I definitely need a blanket that has like a bunch of color just to bring more color to my living room because it's kind of grayish. This is definitely on my list. I can't wait to make this. This will probably take a while, but again, I think with the help of the color pack, it won't be so much mental preparation. I can just dive right into it. Next up, we have the Mosaic Lagoon. Technically, this is a blanket, but when I saw it, I was just like, I need to make this, but this is gonna be a rug. I have the ugliest brown carpet in my house, and I think that I need a pop of color on the ground, especially in my office. I really want a rug for that room, and I think this pattern is so, so cute. I know that people crochet rugs all the time, but I know you have to use a certain type of yarn, so I definitely need to look into that more, but I think this pattern is a great place to start. Hopefully, I figure out how to make a rug pretty soon. The last pattern on the list is one that everyone already knows, but I had to mention it because I love it so, so much. And that's the 6-day star blanket. I've already made one of these. That was the gift that I mentioned earlier in the video that I ended up giving away. I loved it so much. I chose really great colors, and I think I'll probably just recreate that blanket because I still think about it all the time. But of course, I was happy to give it away to my aunt, and she loves it so much. She uses it literally every single day. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and recreate that. It's such a mindless piece to just go ahead and crochet. I know the pattern pretty well, and of course it's free. So it's really accessible, and there are a million different projects on Ravelry. So you can look, get ideas for color combinations. And I'll also list mine on Ravelry. Oh my God. I'll also list mine on Ravelry as well once I end up making it. And these patterns, I'm not gonna finish them by the end of the year or probably even within a year. These are just the patterns that make me really excited to crochet. And that's what I was looking for. I love crochet so much. It was the first fiber arts that I really got into as an adult, and I want to continue with it. So I'm currently working a second clover crochet poncho. So this one is pretty much the same, but this time I omitted the shell stitches in the ribbing section. So between the upper and lower granny squares, I have just basic mesh because it's black, so I want it to be more of a basic piece. And then this time I am still doing the picot trim, and I actually took the skills that I learned from this poncho and incorporated them into my second whip, which is the Regina pullover. So this whip is actually a knit sweater, and it looks a little silly. This is actually a folded over piece. So it's gonna be off the shoulders, and let me fold it over for you guys. So it'd be like this. I finished the first sleeve, currently working on the second one. And then for the body, I got down past my bust, did a little bit of waist shaping, and then I'll finish that. So this is almost done, and there's a project vlog coming for this. So this again is a knit piece. I added a picot hem to this piece, and I got those skills from the Clover Crochet Poncho. So my crochet has inspired my knit. Having to pick up the hook for a knit project made me realize how much I love crocheting. So thank you for watching. If you guys stayed to the end, please subscribe, comment, all the things, especially commenting. If you do nothing else, please comment. I hate feeling like I'm just talking to myself on YouTube. So I'd be really happy to interact with you guys, and let me know if you find any cool patterns that inspired you to crochet, or if you have any questions about anything we talked about today. Bye.